Manos al techo!
Yeah!
Man, yo, that was racist as shit! And then both of y'all! That's fucked up! What's up, man? I feel like Dino, dude, I feel like you look like a mulatto Jeff Ross. Did anyone ever tell you that, man? See you later, man. Leave the white guy on stage. Yeah, anyone ever tell you, sir, you look like Liam Neeson?
No.
I feel no. The exact same Liam Neeson voice, too, man. It's crazy. Julian was talking about learning a little Spanish, man. You're like, I really don't know that much Spanish, but like my broken English is very good. So like people who speak Spanish think that I speak Spanish, you know? Like my superintendent, every time I see him in the hallway, he's like, hey, ¿cómo estás? ¿Todo bien? La familia, güey? And I'm just like, Julio! He's good. He's good. I'm going through like a breakup right now. I heard Jackie was talking about that before. Jackie, I could be your man. Is she in here still? I heard she has sheets. I was fired up. I was like, okay, perfect. Coming over later. We got Beret. What's up? I've been here the whole show, so. Got a lot of built up material here, man. Was that a sneeze?
Yeah.
That was insane. Nice. You know, I will respect a cute sneeze, though. Like, that was very cute. You know, it's better than, like, my dad. Anytime he sneezes, he, like, triggers an earthquake. Okay, alright. Good stuff, guys. But, like, the Spanish thing is funny, because, like, also my dad, like, anytime we are at a restaurant, my dad, doesn't matter, like, what type of restaurant, my dad will just speak Spanish to the waiter. And I feel like it's offensive, but like he's trying to be charming, you know, like we're at an Indian restaurant. Hello, what can I get you guys? My dad's like, we'll have some agua, por favor. I was talking about like I am going through a breakup right now, man. Yeah. I think it's okay though. I'm trying to be happy. You know, they say like you have to like, go through no contact. Have you guys heard about this no contact thing? No. You guys have been married a long time, I imagine, right? Right? You guys are married? Couple weeks. All right, this guy. You're coming up on here next, man. This guy. A couple weeks, and then I will kill you, right? Liam Neeson. Okay, so no contact is basically like when you break up with someone, you're not supposed to talk to them ever again. So it's been like 3 weeks I haven't talked to this girl. And it's tough, because like, I think that there were certain things that I looked past, you know, like that were beige flags in the moment, but I was like, you know what, no, it's fine, it's all good. And then like they became red flags. You know, like the first time she slept over, like I didn't even really know that she smoked the vape as much as she did until like I heard her at Tuesday at 4 a.m. just... I woke up in a full panic too. I was like, I look over and she's pretending to be asleep. I was like, what am I sleeping next to Darth Vader over here? Just magically smells like pink flamingo lemonade in this room. You know, it's crazy because like the vape doesn't discriminate at all. Like my 15-year-old cousin, he can't put it down at all. Like I'll be talking to him. I saw him 2 weeks ago in Florida. I'm talking to him, and every 30 seconds that he's not hitting the vape, you can just see his face start to spaz out. I'm like, dude, are you okay? And he's like, oh yeah, Ted, I'll BRB. I gotta rip a piss real quick. And I told him, I was like, dude, I'm on TikTok a few hours a day. I've never heard the phrase rip a piss in my entire life. Yeah, and then like he'll sneakily run into the corner and he's just like thinks nobody's watching. He's like, and the whole room just smells like mango cherry. I'm like, yeah, man, you're good, dude. You know, at least he decided, you know, that he was going to start smoking the vape. His brother, though, as soon as this kid came out of the womb, his parents were like, okay, here's an iPad. He notices, you guys see these kids? He's 3 years old, it's crazy. Anytime that his parents bring him somewhere, they just have the iPad on him. You know, he's got the handlebars on the side of the iPad, noise canceling headphones on. He's like, it looks like he's flying a plane. That's what it looks like. It's crazy. So much so that like anytime I'm with him, I'll try and snap him out of it, you know? I'll bring him over to the window. I'm like, buddy, you see outside? That's the Freedom Tower out there, pal. You can do anything you want to do, man. Fly that iPad right into the Freedom Tower if you want. He's like, where's the Freedom Tower? I go over to his parents, I said, this kid can't even talk. And you got him locked in, swiping away, playing Fruit Ninja on the iPad. He waddles over to the window. He puts his hand on the window and he goes like this to the window. He goes, Freedom Tower? And I said, buddy, there's no shot. You just tried to zoom in on the window of the Freedom Tower. So I went over to my 15-year-old cousin, I ripped the vape out of his hand. I go, here, man, start smoking this thing. You are now the real Fruit Ninja. He's like, oh, lemonade. So now he smokes the vape now. It's good. Good. My parents, my grandma just like really doesn't understand like the evolving addictions. All she wants me to do is get married and give her great grandbabies. That's all she wants. She's so concerned about my love life. Every time I see a Ted, what's going on with you? When are you gonna settle down? Give me some great babies. I'm like, Grandma, I'm focused on myself right now. You know, I'm not really focused on having children at the moment. And she goes, Ted, just so you know, it's absolutely all right if you're a homosexual. Okay, everybody in the family thinks it, so it's okay. No, Grandma, I'm not gay, right? Her and my superintendent are very concerned about my love life. My superintendent also. I see him and like he's curious about what happened to the girl who I was seeing. Hey, what happened with the girl Justine? She doing it. Justine seen the girl, puppy, or no? I'm like, no, Julio, I'm not. You know, I'm focusing on myself right now. He goes, hey, you know the reason you say you're focusing on yourself, Dad? It's because you're gay, Dad. That's why it's not working. That's what my grandma said. Did you guys talk? I gotta say, this stage and the brick wall just reminds me of my entire apartment right up here. Just lie down on this plank right over here, man. It's great. Perfectly at home. I was in Florida though, visiting my grandma. Like anytime I'm on the plane, man, I'm always so concerned about who is sitting next to me. Is this relatable? You know, it doesn't even matter. If I get a window seat, yeah, sure, fire it up. I got a window seat, but I'm worried about who's sitting in the middle. Right? Like everybody's walking down the aisle, you're kind of just like eyeing people and make sure that they're not going to sit next to you. Right? Like you see that one guy, he's just got like an enormous foot-long Subway sandwich. You know, hopefully he doesn't sit next to you, open it up, it's just a big tuna wrap, right? I do feel like tuna just like goes either way. People either love tuna fish or they think it's disgusting cat food, right? There's no in between. I had a huge tuna fish phase, man. I did. And I would always go to like the Panera Bread in Florida. And I remember in Florida there's just different rules. You go down there, it's the only place where you can see, like only state, pretty much place in the world where you can see a 7-year-old who's barefoot and shirtless in that Panera Bread and it's normal, right? I'm the weirdo for noticing the kids got pepperoni nipples. I'm like, oh my God, those things are huge. Can I put that on my sandwich? All right, no, we're not doing this. You know, and it's just the same kid who's flying down on the plane. I do enjoy, like, sometimes if I'm not sitting next to like a huge guy, like I'm clocking people. I'm like, all right, I really hope this guy doesn't sit next to me. He's got that tuna fish sandwich, and some ladies walking by, she's talking on the phone. I get boring. I'll be down there in 3 hours. You know, we're going to Palm Beach, so obviously it sounds like that. I'm Jewish. I can say that. Relax, okay? Be there soon. Shut up. And then, like, I see, like, some, like, 12-year-old skinny-looking kid. I'm like, all right, I hope this kid sits next to me. Okay, too soon. He sits next to me. I'm like, jackpot. Wait, what? Start talking to him. I'm like, bro, so you play Pokemon or what? All right, I doubled down on it. I shouldn't have doubled down on it. I do like Florida. I do. Very different from New York, man, you know? Like, Florida is like, anytime I'm down, my dad lives in like a pretty cool building down there. There's a lot of old men. You know, my dad did well for himself. He did pretty solid, you know? There are a lot of old men. And like, when I went there first, I was like, oh my God, there's so many like hot chicks around here who are my age. This is great, dude. This is gonna be perfect. Like I'll find a girlfriend down here. And then like I realized that all those girls who are like my age, like they are not the daughters of the men who are there. You know, like all of those women who are my age are just dating friends of my dad. I was like, wait a minute, I thought you were all daughters. I didn't realize that you were all of their girlfriends. That's crazy, man. So we'll see if anything pans out for that before you get out of here, though. I do love New York, man. I was born in New York, and like the first real experience I had of like walking around by myself in New York, because like when you grow up in New York, you start everything at a younger age. I remember the first time like I really wanted to try pot. I had been going the same route to school, and I would just walk by a group of like 5 guys every single morning, and they'd smoke what I thought was smoking weed, and then they'd freak out afterwards. They'd just be like, So by the time I was 12, I was like, all right, I need to smoke weed as soon as possible. That looks amazing. So I go back to my apartment and I text my 13-year-old friend Oliver, who was my mentor at the time. I was like, dude, I need to find weed. Can you find me some weed? He's like, yeah, sure, bro. How much do you want? And then I was like, I don't know. Can I take 2 weeds? I'll take 2 of them. He's like, all right, yeah, sure, bro. That'll be great.
Thank you, man.
So by the time I had gotten weed, I had done a bunch of research on smoking weed, you know, so I feel like I knew that the first time you smoke, you don't get high, which is crazy, by the way. I don't know how many white guys had to die before they found out. So I met my buddy in the park, and I load up the bowl, I light underneath the bowl, I inhale as hard as possible. Exhale, nothing came out, and Oliver was like, dude, what are you doing? And that's when I realized all those other guys in the corner smoking weed, they're actually smoking crack. So that was my welcome to New York experience. All right, guys, I'm Ted Jones. Thank you so much. Make some noise for Chico and Chris Brown.
Nice round of applause for Ted Jones.
Ted Jones. My man TJ.